Hello there, time to learn some more English idioms. To be more precise, today I will teach you praise idioms. These are idioms that people usually use when they want to express their approval, admiration, and appreciation regarding someone's achievements or characteristics. We're all people and we like to be noticed and appreciated, especially if we are good at something or have done something significant. So if you want to praise someone or something, if you want to highlight someone's achievements, actions, or accomplishments, the following praise idioms will be very useful for your vocabulary. Let's start. Hand it to someone. This idiom can be used when you give credit or recognition to someone for something they have done or accomplished. For example, Jason has to hand it to his younger brother. Without Tony, he wouldn't have found that contractor. I've got to hand it to my professor. She was very exacting, but we all became real professionals.
I gotta hand it to you. It's a pretty sharp play.
I have to hand it to you, Major. When you left this office today, I never imagined you back, let alone with my most decorated soldier.
I've got to hand it to Kurt. He's looking amazing these days, and he deserves all the attention he's getting.
I've got to hand it to you. I'm not very often fooled, but you did it beautifully.
Tip one's hat to someone. We use this idiom when we want to recognize someone for their accomplishments. For example, at the meeting, the manager tipped his hat to his assistant for closing the deal so quickly. In his interview, the mayor tipped his hat to the volunteers who helped raise money for a new hospital.
I tip my hat to you. One legend to another.
To tip my hat to my high school music teacher, a real force of nature.
Hats off to somebody. This one people use when they praise and thank somebody for doing something helpful, to congratulate them. For example, hats off to your wife for throwing such an amazing party. Hats off to all the firefighters and volunteers for fighting these year's wildfires.
Hats off to the chef. I'm sorry, your mouth is full. I didn't hear what you said.
And hats off to Phoebe. Quite a competitor.
Okay, hats off to you, big bro.
So, hats off to both of us.
Full marks to somebody. This idiom you will hear primarily in the UK. It means to praise somebody for their actions, achievements, and so on. For example, full marks to Jim for dealing with those tech issues, problems. Full marks, Jenny. The cake is incredibly delicious.
You've wounded me. I give you full marks for that.
I give you full marks for bravery.
Pat someone on the back, pat oneself on the back. Give someone a pat on the back. These are two variants of the idiom if you want to praise someone for something. For example, you should pat yourself on the back. You really deserve this promotion. Kids always love when their parents give them a pat on the back for getting good grades, marks.
Gentlemen, everyone, you all deserve an enormous pat on the back.
We should all feel pretty great about ourselves. Give ourselves a little nice pat on the back as we as a society continue to try and sweep away all the poop.
I don't want to pat myself on the back. This is a great idea on my part.
You didn't deliver, you didn't get it done. What do you want, a pat on the back?
And we pat ourselves on the back for a job well done. And we go home and we forget all about it.
Anyway, I think, I'm just saying, pat yourselves on the back.
Get brownie points, earn brownie points, win brownie points, or score brownie points. This idiom, that usually is used in a humorous way, means to get praise, approval, or appreciation for something you have done. For example, don't try to get brownie points with the boss staying late at work. Children will do anything to earn brownie points.
Trying to score brownie points with your sister.
Hope the brownie points you're getting from this will keep you company when you have no friends.
Sure. But you get brownie points for letting me know that she's currently unable to defend herself.
Yeah, that does sound like something I might do. But you also might jump at the chance to get brownie points with Miss Dowling.
Put in a good word for somebody. You can use this idiom if you want to say some positive things about someone or recommend someone. For example, if it's not too much to ask, could you please put in a good word for me with your manager? Don't worry, I'll be sure to put in a good word for you.
I'll put in a good word for you. Thank you. Well, thank you.
I can't promise anything, but I'll put in a good word for you.
Well, maybe you could
Put in a good word for you. Of course, yes, I'll do that first thing in the morning. I'll call Kurt.
Thank you so much!
could put in a good word for you.
That'd be great. Thanks.
I'll put in a good word with the big man.
Thanks. Your costume is pretty.
You went to Admiral Halsey and you asked him to give me command of the Orville.
I put in a good word, that's all I did.
Sing the praises of somebody or something. As the most of the idioms from today's lesson, this one means to praise someone or something as well. For example, why are you singing the praises of Jim? I'm not so sure he's that good for this position. He kept singing the praises of his wife, and as it turned out, she was very qualified indeed.
Zorn, 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 we sing the praises of Zorn.
Well, why doesn't he wear a bathing suit and drive a sand buggy?
But we live at the North Pole.
And he could sing the praises of heat and rain.
I'll see what I can do.
Be out of this world. To be out of this world means to be extremely good, enjoyable, or impressive, to be extraordinary. For example, that dessert was definitely out of this world. She's so in love with her boyfriend. She says he's out of this world.
She's insane because your soft cheeses are out of this world.
Thanks, hon.
Enjoyed laughing around the planetarium with you. Your jokes were out of this world.
Out of this world, Polly. It's a tender.
Because your smile is out of this world.
Are you kidding me?
It's out of this world. They catch it right here.
I used to work at Red Lobster, so I know what they do with them fish in the kitchen.
Be second to none. As for this idiom, it means to be better than anyone or anything else, to be very good and outstanding. For example, my mom's cooking is second to none. This place is absolutely amazing, second to none.
I have lost our freedom in the revolution, but we have a health system second to none.
Your selective memory is once again second to none.
He's blessedly unburdened with the complications of a university education. But give him an axe, and he's second to none.
And even if it is, Beverly Hills emergency services are second to none.
Be a hard act to follow. Be a tough act to follow. Be a difficult act to follow. If you describe someone or something as a hard act to follow, you mean that they are so good at something that it will be very difficult for anyone or anything else to be as successful. For example, his team's results will be a hard act to follow. This year's festival was terrific. It will be a tough act to follow.
But none of them fought to the death for me.
It's a hard act to follow.
A hard act to follow, Croft.
It's a tough act to follow. He's gonna be a tough act to follow.
Lois, it may not be easy for you to hear this now, but someday
Don't tell me that I'll meet somebody. You're kind of tough act to follow, you know?
Be made for somebody or something. It means to be designed or manufactured for some purpose, to be ideally suited for someone, something, or some activity. For example, this dress was just made for you. They are really made for each other.
Mr. Prescott, your house is a museum made just for me.
MFEO. Made for each other.
You weren't made to sit on a chair in a palace.
What was I made for?
You're a conqueror, Daenerys Stormborn.
I'm not made for this. I'm not an athlete.
Ah, you're both so slutty you don't even remember who you slept with. You're made for each other.
Give as good as you get. If you give as good as you get, you defend yourself very well when fight or argue with somebody. For example, it doesn't seem that she needs our help. She gives as good as she gets. If you want to work for this company, you need to give as good as you get.
I can give as good as I get. Yeah? All right. Come on, come on, come on! When your old man comes home and lights in whichever sun is the nearest, you learn to give as good as you get.
Then, as grown-ups, we give as good as we get.
Like gold dust, like gold. If you describe someone or something like gold or like gold dust, you mean that they are very difficult to find or get because a lot of people want them. They are very valuable and rare. For example, I would love to see that musical, but I can't find tickets anywhere. They're like gold. There are a lot of bookkeepers out there, but a good one is like gold.
This is like gold.
Like gold, you know?
Protein is like gold in here, but is this enough for the Duke?
Nice going. Good going. Way to go. Well done. Good job. Nice job. All of these expressions are said to praise somebody for having done something well, although people can use them sarcastically as well, to mean the opposite. For example, nice going, Jack. The presentation was very informative indeed. Jim, you failed biology again? Nice job.
Nice going, Abu. Breakfast is served.
All right, buddy, way to go.
Way to go, Bob. Way to go. Atta boy.
Thank you.
Well done, Captain.
Good stuff, great stuff, lovely stuff. This informal phrase you can say to praise or encourage someone. For example, your speech was really excellent. Good stuff. Oh, you've redecorated your living room. Great stuff.
Ah, good stuff, good stuff.
It's good stuff. Real good stuff.
Oh, good stuff. Good. Good news.
All right, that's good stuff. Good stuff. Hey, everybody give it up one more time for Dr. Jinx, huh? Yeah, fine.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Great stuff.
I'm not in the mood for jokes right now, although you nailed that.
Thanks,
Great
thanks.
stuff.
Great stuff, you guys.
Great stuff, huh?
Give me 5. Gimme 5. Give me a 5. Gimme skin. Give me some skin. Skin me. Slip me 5. Slip me some skin. All of these informal phrases are friendly requests to hit your hand as a gesture of celebration, greeting, or congratulation. For example, hey, we did it, we won the match, give me 5. I never doubted you'd pass that exam, slip me 5. So, today you have learned a lot of idioms and phrases people use every day in their conversations. Praise idioms are worth memorizing. That's why you should come back and rewatch this lesson from time to time, not to forget them. By the way, if you haven't seen my previous lesson where I teach thank you idioms, please follow the link. Don't forget to write in the comments your example sentences. And if you want to learn some other idioms, just let me know. If you liked my today's lesson, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much for being with me today. See you in my other lessons. Take care.